Behind me is the National Museum of Ghana, home to thousands of artifacts that tell the story of the country's rich cultural and historical heritage. From traditional gold weights to ancient pottery, the artifacts preserved here provide a glimpse into Ghana's past and the traditions that shaped the nation. Come with me as we explore the museum. In the heart of Accra stands a place where time slows down and history speaks. Behind these walls, centuries of Ghana's story are carefully preserved, not just in books, but in objects that once shaped the lives of our ancestors. Welcome to the National Museum of Ghana. Ghana celebrates its heritage during the month of March. Museums like this remind us that culture is not just something we celebrate, but we also inherit it. Each artifact here carries a memory, a story, a piece of Ghanaian identity. To understand these stories better, I spoke with the Assistant Director of the museum.
My name is Dr. Mahmoud Malik Sako, Head of the Museum of the Ghana Museums and Monument Board, and then I'm also an archaeologist. If you look at the main purpose of the museum is to help us identify certain aspects of our culture, whether it is history, archaeology, the built environment, for purposeful education, entertainment, and for research. So this is because once we collect these, material culture from the communities, we put them at a certain place where people can come. It's just like a one-stop stop where people can just come in, understand Ghana history and culture before they can now move out to other places. That is the main purpose of a museum. So it's just like going to a shopping mall where everything is there. You can just buy whatever you want instead of just coming around Makola or Tama Station. But at least this one is just like a one-stop. At least you can actually understand some aspects of the Ghanaian history. Then you can now go out to actually explore more. The exhibition that you see within the museum, it is divided into 4 thematic areas. We have the beginning, we have the state formation, we have the kingdom, then we have the nation. Apart from that, we have the spider web. So normally, I want to use the spider web in a sense that it tells us a lot of story about everybody in Ghana, because whether you are from the north, you are from the south, or you are from the coast, you have some kind of relationship with a spider. So if you look at the account, mostly that is the majority in Ghana, they have a lot of stories that have to do with the spider. That is the Anansi story with regard to the Kente and how the Kente, the knowledge of Kente was actually acquired through the hunters who actually saw it, they learned it, and then they went and practiced it. Apart from that, you can also see that when you go to the north, they also have this Badari story, because I'm a Wala, that's why I'm using the word Badari story to actually let people know. And these stories were ways and means of what? Dissemination, important information to the public. Well, in those days, there is no TV that you can watch. We sit around the elderly people, that is, the old men and women, and then around the fireside or while you are doing some work, then the stories are coming. At the end of the day, there is something that is important about this story. They echo the lesson, like the issue of the spider. Let me use this story, which is very popular among many people, when Anansi decided that he was going to put all the knowledge on earth through a calabash, a container, that is the God, and then hang it on his front, and was climbing a tree to go and put it there so that he alone will have knowledge. His son actually told father, "You want to climb a tree, why not let it go to your back?" And then he became you are a small boy. Do you know how I managed to bring you up and you want to teach me a lesson? So he struggled and he got to the top, and then he wanted to lift it and put it at the apex of the tree, and then the thing fell. It's very important for people to visit the museum at least once in your lifetime to get to interact with the objects. And if you're not certified, you can interact with what? With the people working on this object. That's sometimes people consider as what people also dealing with bosom, because when they enter our storage and see the way some of the objects are staring at them, they tend to ask. Even myself as a Muslim, sometimes people ask, why are you a Muslim? You're dealing with it. I told them that is my profession. I don't see them in that way. So that's why we expect that people should come and then also visit the museum and interact with this object. The objects have a lot of stories to tell us. And that is why you see that when you came this morning, you can see a lot of school kids. And that is one thing about the museum that we like, because the school kids are just the future leaders. When they understand what it means about their history, what it means about culture, and what it means for them to come to the museum, when they grow up, it become part and parcel of them.
Many young people visiting the museum is their first real encounter with Ghana's past. On this day, a group of students arrived with their teacher, eager to see history beyond the pages of their textbooks. For teachers, these visits help students understand that history is not necessarily distant. It is real, it is visible, and it is all around them.
Ghana, we are observing Heritage Month, so it was necessary we bring them here to introduce them to some of the things our forefathers were using for hunting, their way of life, and so on and so forth.
As Ghana continues to grow and evolve, places like the National Museum remain vital. They protect the stories of our ancestors, preserve the symbols of our culture, and remind future generations of who we are. Because understanding our history is not just about remembering the past, it is about shaping the future. Sankofa Yinchi. As Ghana celebrates its heritage this month, the National Museum continues to play an important role in keeping the nation's history alive for future generations. My name is Harriet Adi, reporting for Metro News.